that's one of the worst for sure. Just someone who hasn't taken care of themselves in a lot of different ways.
I know, and it's like, people don't realize what, like, if you don't clip your nails, you're really putting people at risk.
Yeah. Remember when we did that class on foot sweeps? And everyone went home and their ankles were just like shredded
Yeah.
from people's toenails. It was like, dude,
Yeah.
how does that even happen?
Yeah, people need to make sure that it's the worst because it's
So
like you
bad.
can get such horrible things. Like,
well,
horrible
especially if you're
infections.
working on mats. It's an awkward conversation. So the other reason why it happens, though, with the hygiene thing is that it's an awkward conversation to have with people. We have that debate at work sometimes, and it's like for our employment programs, you can be a little bit more direct because it's just like if you smell bad, you're just like go into an interview like that. People are not going to hire you. The end. But just for like our sort of language classes and whatever, it's like, how bad does someone have to smell before you break it to them that they smell horrible, right?
Oh my gosh, it's the worst.
Yeah. And it's such an awkward conversation. I've been there to have that conversation with people.
Yeah. It's horrible. I feel
Yeah.
bad for them because they probably, if they're going out like that, they can't know.
I guess not. Yeah.
They can't know that that's the problem they have.
Yeah.
Because it's really hard to smell something that you're around all the time. Like you become desensitized to it.
For sure.
So if you smell like shit,
You don't know. You smell like shit.
so that could be any one of us, really.
Yeah.
Or the elephant in the room.
Yeah, there are probably some people watching this right now being like, Jen and Josh smell horrible every goddamn time I trade with them. What assholes that they're chirping other people on their personal hygiene.
Listen, at one point, every single one of us was that guy. At least once.
I don't think I've definitely. Well, I mean, it depends. I've been that guy in a room full of people where everyone is that guy. Because like those classes where we had the garage door open and it's July and it's 35 degrees.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way that we just all emerged smelling awful. Like, that's just how those classes go.
Yeah.
There have been some gashgoos like that, too, if it's really, really physical and you're on, like, day 3 or day 4 of the gashgoo and you're running out of clean rash guards or clean
I know, because you
that's bad.
have to always have hotels that have laundry.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, or, like, bribe one of the people who works there, but do it.
Remember the attempt of one of our students to clean his gi in the bathtub?
Oh.
And he came in soaking wet the next morning? You don't remember that? Yeah. It's like he cleaned his gi, but I don't think it helped with the smell.
Oh, no. Yeah, I kind of remember that.
Yeah. Well, that's when you don't have like, he washed it, but it's like the drying process.
Tried.
Yeah.
But he tried.
He hung it up over it. Well, because he was worried about,
yeah,
he was trying to avoid what we're talking about, right?
I would have just not worn the gi again. Or I would have just, like, worn anything cleaner than what it was.
Yeah. You could just show up and be like, hey, I didn't get the memo, it was gi today.
Or just get Febreze. But you can only, I feel like it can't, there's a gentle line when it comes to Febreze.
I honestly feel like sometimes it's worse when you have like that cleaning kind of fake smell on top of really bad BO smell or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like that's even grosser because now you've got like this really sweet kind of smell of the cleaning thing with this really nasty ass BO smell. How's your drink tasting, by the way?
Great, but thank you for so vividly describing that.
Well, I'm proving to our viewers why it's
feel
nasty.
it.
Well, it's gross, right?
So gross.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make sure you always brush your teeth before class. Pretend you're going on a date. Make sure you do not leave the house smelling like anything.